right, welcome. My name is Jerome Lewis. I'm your host for today. And what I'm going to do is I have a story to tell. I'm going to share something with you so you can understand how this book came about. I have a small slide presentation that I'm going to share with you. You can kind of see that there. Here we go. How can we contain that? There we go. All right. So I want you to pay attention over there. You can see the slide presentation over there. This is what we're going to walk through. But before we do that, I want to show you something, right? So what I'm going to talk about and break down here today is this particular book. I'm going to tell you why this book came about. This is the book. You likely purchased this book, or you're watching this book, or reading an email, something around this book. Okay. This book is actually, I just started learning, right, what a prequel and a sequel is. I never understood that stuff. I wasn't big on movies. I didn't watch a lot of stuff, so I didn't even know what that stuff meant, right? So this book that we're talking about today here that you see on the screen, Real Estate Success Secrets, this is a prequel to this book here, right? Real Estate Marketing Implementation. And I'm going to tell you why I then went back to create this book on real estate success secrets, right? Because I gave people everything that they needed, right? I always give you what you need. You might want everything, but I always give people what they need. And that's what I did with the green book as well. I gave you everything that you need, right? Not everything that you wanted inside of the book, everything that you need to achieve and succeed in the business. Okay. This is the third book in this series. This is called the series that you're seeing on the screen. This entire thing is called the Real Estate Success Series. These are the things that help you achieve success in the real estate space. All right. So the Fast Client Attraction book it teaches you how to implement a strategy so you're attracting clients to you instead of you chasing them, right? So it's all about attraction. You can go purchase that book, and all of these books are available on Amazon too. Okay. How to turn videos into money fast. We teach you how to monetize your expertise using video content, right? So you're not, we teach you how to monetize and duplicate yourself. So you're not repeating yourself or doing things over and over and over and again. And a really good example is this video that I'm doing here, right? I can keep telling people why I created the books and the story behind it, but why not just put it into a video format, right? So one of the concepts within how to turn videos into money fast is teaching you how to monetize and turn your expertise into a video format. And then we teach you how to turn that into something that you can monetize and get people to pay for. And this is one of my favorite books of the series is the 5-Day Client Attraction Book Strategy. And this is, if you want to learn how to make a book, this is not my exact process to make a book, but this is a process that I've taken people through to help them achieve results, right? And we help them get results in a matter of 5 days. Now, the cool thing about this book is it's kind of deceptive, right? And not in a negative way, right? If I told people they could do a book, they could get a book done in 4 hours, they wouldn't believe me. So what I've done was I named the book the 5-Day Client Attraction Book Strategy because I want people to understand that you can do this in 5 days, right? Really, we host workshops where we help people get this done in 1 day. We help people get it done in 8 hours. We help people get it done in 4 hours. There's a principle that a law that I like to expand on called Parkinson's Law. And what that means is like whatever time you give something, that's the amount of time people will take to get that done. So within reason, right? So we've done it in as little as 4 hours, right? We've helped people get a book done in as little as 4 hours, as little as 2 hours. I think 2 hours I think that's like high achievers, and I don't think that's common, right? I do think what's common though is 4 hours. And the bottom line is most people wouldn't believe me if I told them it was a way to get it done in 4 hours. So we put that inside of that book. Creating a book is a big part of like success in our industry. It's not a necessity, but it can really help it can really help differentiate and separate you compared to everyone else. All right. So let's get started. Right. All right. Fast Client Attraction Secrets. This is me here with Robert Kiyosaki. If you're in real estate, you likely heard of this guy. Shout out to my friend Carlos for encouraging me to attend the event. This is another one of my mentors, Ron LeGrand. That's me speaking on stage. I'm a national speaker, international speaker, and that's me speaking at a local real estate investor event there. All right, so story time. I'm telling you the story so you can understand how this book came about. Hey, I was a real estate investor slash wholesaler, and I was trying to teach these skills to my students. I wanted to show other people how to have success, so I wouldn't have to take time away from. But I didn't want to take time away from my family. Okay. I wanted to be able to inspire others so they can achieve similar results to what I was achieving. Like people wanted to know what I was doing, and I wanted them to go get the same results for themselves, or at least I wanted to give them the knowledge, the insight, the input, if in case they wanted to go do it themselves. I was putting everything in like a practical format, but people still weren't inspired. To make things worse, right? I felt bad because they kept coming to me for the answers, and I didn't have the time to always explain things in like a lot of detail. A really good example is like you'll hear me talk about him from time to time. He's even one of the case studies inside of the book. Carlos, like he would ask me stuff, and I would like give him direct, quick answers because I have family that's a priority to me, right? Like family, I want to spend time with my family. I want to spend time with my kids. So I can't always sit around answering people's questions in like great detail, right? And I just didn't want to take time away from my family because I love my family. I love my children more than I just love them. If you have family, children, and kids, you understand, right? Just another caveat, I want you to understand, like I don't work with people that don't have families or other people that they care about. Because a big part of working with me, what I want you to understand is that when you're in business, you're not in business for yourself. I don't like to work with selfish people. I only want to work with people that are selfless, right? Meaning what they'll do what they have to do so they can influence the people around them and they can make other people around them better. They can make their lives better, right? So I don't like working with selfish people. I will not work with selfish people. If you're in here and you're one of those selfish people that can't get over yourself, and then this is not the program for you. And I highly recommend and encourage you to get your money back because it's not going to work, right? A big part of the reason why people don't succeed is because they can't think of someone that they love and care about and push past when times get hard. Okay. All right. So my problem, the problem that I realized is like I gave people everything they needed. And you can see it right here as an example, right? This is my book called Real Estate Marketing Implementation. Everything I gave people everything. Like just tell me the step by step what to do, right? I don't want the stories, I don't want the fluff. Like that's my style, right? I don't typically for business, right? And to have success and financial achievement. Like, just tell me what to do so I can get the result and tell me the stories later. So that's what I did in this book. And I gave it to people and they were overwhelmed, right? Because they were overwhelmed because understanding, they were overwhelmed, right? And I was like, this is what you need though to have the choice of succeeding in the industry. Like whatever you need is within this book, right? So I put my entire process, everything that you need, whatever you want to know about marketing is inside of this book, right? Because I like no nonsense, direct results approaches, right? And if you're one of those kind of people, that book will really work for you. However, if you want help, that's when we come in and that's where we offer things. Okay. So that's that. Then, as if by chance something amazing happened, I watched this 4-hour video training by Jason Flatland, and he talked all about people needing to read. He helped me realize that people needed to rediscover their belief in real estate, basically, right? So a lot of us got in this industry or we believed in real estate and then we forgot somewhere along the way because we weren't achieving the results that we wanted to achieve. So I was like, oh my God, I have to help people understand and rediscover their belief in real estate. And I started doing that, right? Here we go. It was crystal clear to me how people like they were having mindset and belief issues, right? I needed to help people rediscover their belief. Also learned that many people were like deviating and going to other industries outside of real estate because they lost that belief in real estate, right? And I've always known, right? I've deviated myself too because I had to learn a particular skill relevant to real estate, but there's no better way to wealth than real estate, right? It's the highest. It is real estate has created more millionaires than any other industry. Okay, and there's a reason why, right? big prices, high tickets. People always need it. It's always appreciating. There are so many reasons why real estate is the best industry, right? So, people thought that it was like, in context, people thought that it was difficult compared to other industries, right? Difficult compared to other industries. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying it's much easier than other industries for you to achieve financial freedom and wealth when you use real estate. Okay. So I needed to help people rediscover that because they knew, right? And you, if you're watching this, you probably likely knew that, but you lost the belief along the way because you got distracted by other stuff. You got distracted by not achieving results. I started at adding proper context to my presentations and conversations to help people understand that, right? After I did that, I started to see people re-inspired. And it was like a beautiful thing. It was like, oh my God, I'm helping people. They're starting to see it again. Like real estate is the way. Real estate is the way, right? Regardless of what you do, you're an agent, you're an investor, you're creating courses, you're teaching people in real estate, mortgage broker. Real estate is the way to achieve financial freedom. Okay. Yeah, people had they rediscovered their belief. I saw new motivation and new inspiration. The secret, right? The secret was that the step by step stuff was simple, right? Because I already had that down. Like my book, the book that I was talking about earlier, I showed people how to do this step by step stuff to achieve the success and the wealth. That stuff wasn't a problem. I realized that the problem was the mental stuff, right? Like, does this really work? Am I worth it? Do I deserve wealth? That those things were the problem. And I'm not saying this stuff to make this a rah, you can do it presentation, but those were legitimately the problems. Okay. So my plan was to start and write a book. I created a video presentation. I started creating video presentations and webinars around this particular topic, right? Helping people understand the keys to success, the secrets to success in real estate. Right? I started getting feedback regarding what people wanted to know most. So I balanced that out with what people wanted to know with what people needed to know, right? Because I wanted to answer the questions that they have, but I also wanted to give them fair balance. Like we don't need to know everything in order to succeed in business and in life, right? We're never going to know everything. So I balanced out what they wanted to know with what they needed to know, and I put it inside the book. After that, we refined the book, right? We refined it a little bit and, updated it. There was still a problem. People still had some questions. So I ended up it was frustrating. I ended up creating more chapters and content to the book. And the way I did that was I put what I could into the book. But if I put everything into the book, right, everything, including everything that people want to know, that book would probably be thicker than this book, right? And people would be overwhelmed with it. So what I've done is I start coupling the books with video resources, video content, masterclasses, etc. Right? So I still found a way to give you everything that you need. So you get the book, and you also get videos to expound on the book and what you learn within the book. Okay. I chose to call it Real Estate Success Secrets, right? And it's insider secrets, right? Insider secrets, because I realized I've interviewed a lot of people. I've been in the space for about 7 years. I realized that the people that have success, right? When I say insiders, this means people that are on the inside of success. There are key principles that they understand and they apply. Right. These are the key principles that people understand and they apply to have success in our industry and in our business. Right. I believe there are 9 secrets. Right. You get all of them. So I thought, what if I could create something that would make people rediscover their belief? Right. But also I could answer their exact questions. So when you purchase this book, what you get is you get the book, you get your questions answered, and we also give you an opportunity to interact with us and ask direct and specific questions, right? You can ask in a Facebook group, you can email us. We have a text text message line, right? If you have like very specific questions, you send us those questions and we create content and we answer those questions for you, right? So you don't just get a book. We give you other things in addition to that book, right? After a year of writing, presenting, teaching, and interviewing people that needed help, I created the Real Estate Success Secrets, right? That's what this book is all about. So I can help many more people achieve specific results. I started to let other real estate professionals, like I started to help and teach other people how to use these secrets, right? And as a result, here's what we've done, right? We help people reach their goals in real estate, whether it's their first deal, whether it's creating a strategy, whether it's selling houses, buying houses, investing in real estate, being a successful real estate agent, being a successful real estate investor, being a successful mortgage lender, and more, right? After creating Real Estate Success Secrets, I was not only able to influence others without taking time away from my family, right? I was also able to stop sending people away without help, because now I can give people what they need. You know what? Here's this book, right? Go check out this book at your convenience, and you'll learn everything that you need to learn to be successful in the real estate space. Okay. So now I can do that without feeling guilty, right? When people would come to me before, I didn't know where to go. I would say, go to YouTube or Google and just look all around. Now I can give them what they need in a more concise and compact format. Okay. At the end of the day, all of this means I'm now able to relax and no longer feel guilty about not helping others. So I used to feel guilty, right? I'm a servant, and I believe in God. And there is no way, I always tell people, there is no way I'm going to be at the gates being held accountable by God, and he say, Jerome, you didn't use all your talent. You didn't help as many people as you could, right? There's no way that's going to happen to me. Absolutely not at all. So, and I want you to think about the same thing. There are people that are going to need your help, and it is your job to serve those people. Right. It is your job to serve those people and give those people help, right? Like when you're here, use up all your talent, use up all your gifts. So when you get to those pearly gates or whatever you believe in, right, and you're held accountable in the afterlife or whatever, won't be me, right? And I have a friend I always tell, like, nobody can say that I let them do something bad, or I didn't tell them they shouldn't do something. Nobody ever in their entire life, right? Whether it's because sometimes people will avoid telling you something for the sake of hurting your feelings, but ultimately in the long run, they still hurt you because they never said anything. I'm not like that, and you're going to know, dealing with and being inside of my world, the implementation society. Right. You're going to understand that. Right. I give you the direct results and I want to help you. Right. I don't sugarcoat things. I'll tell you how it is. I'm not rude by any means, but I'll tell you how things are so I can help you, because that's my goal. That's my objective. And no, I will not get in trouble or be held accountable for not helping other people. So I'm going to do everything that I can to help people. With that, my name is Jerome Lewis. Here's what I want you to do. Enjoy your book, dive in, and make sure you implement. Like, that's the most important thing that I can tell you out of everything. Make sure you implement what it is that you learn from this book and these videos, this new journey, right? I'm glad you discovered or rediscovered that real estate is the way. Like, it's the best way to achieve financial freedom and wealth. Right. I'm not saying that you can't do other things, but real estate is the best. Be successful in real estate, achieve your financial freedom goal, right? And then you think about doing other things and being within other industries. Okay. So my name is Jerome Lewis. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the inside. Bye-bye.
Jerome Lewis.
Partner Jerome Lewis.
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 This is a book from Jerome Lewis. This is a book that on its page it really caught my eye. It was The Insider Secrets of Successful Advertising, Lead Generation, and Marketing Implementation for Real Estate Entrepreneurs. So this book I can't wait to read and very excited to touch base on and how to get a little bit more people to recognize the business and the services that I offer personally, and then trying to progress that forward.
He is somebody who is an implementer. He knows how to get results. He has a track record of helping people get results.
Anyone's looking for a marketing expert. He is so knowledgeable. He has introduced me to some very practical, useful tools, and just the way that I can use them for it to flow in my business has been tremendous.
If you're stuck in your business on implementation, which tool to use, look no further. Jerome, thank you so much for helping me launch my virtual summit. I'm so excited that you are part of that as well. But
This is where you place your ad. So remember I kept talking about, like, why would you just do TikTok when all you got to do is hit the checkbox on Facebook? Well, this is where you do that inside the ad placement. So all you do is check that box and all your stuff is over on Instagram.
I'm eternally grateful for the opportunities that has risen out of our partnership. Yesterday, I taught my very first class in EXP World, and I was so nervous to do it. I honestly struggled with even believing in myself that I could do it, but when it was all said and done, everyone loved the class, and Jerome believed in me the entire time.
He's always been very helpful to me. He's actually been very helpful to a lot of my clients. I turn to him for a lot of advice, and we have worked together on and off.
Can't tell by now, I'm very serious. I'm an implementer. I'm like, dude, let's get stuff done. So you go to her class and you come get the content, then you come to my class, which is, it used to be just the social media mastermind.
Partner Jerome Lewis and my friend, he really helped me out with this. And, I can't really even write a sentence sometimes, but he somehow got me to do this, right? He got me to do this, right? And, this feels good, right? When you see it, it's like, hey, how many people can say they wrote a book, right?
And Jerome did this really well. He reached out, he gave me a video, and he said, hey, Leanna, by the way, I noticed that you always have the retargeting recipes behind there, and that you don't have your own book. So I went ahead and did something for you to help you. And he says, I did something, so I basically did 80% of the work for you. So first of all, he wowed me with what he did. But one of the reasons why he wowed me was that it was just out of the blue, and it's definitely something I need. And he figured that out for me, and nobody had ever done that.
I had talked to, Jerome comes to all the calls, so that's another thing is I see Jerome because he comes to all of the trainings and the calls and things like that. But speaking as the recipient, this really made him stand out for me. And it showed me, here's a go-getter. Here's a guy who, literally does something and gets it done.
My marketing and implementation, it was extremely simple and easy and effective. If anyone were to ask me who would I recommend and suggest, it would definitely be Jerome, because he really helped me simplify some of my offerings, compile them, and then to also see my value and what it was that I was offering the world.
Highly recommend each one of you, if you are someone looking to work in the real estate industry, then make sure you reach out to Mr. Jerome. I'm sure that he'll be the best person to guide you further.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
thank you so much, Jerome.
Thank you. You are appreciated.
We'll say thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. Jerome.